Okay guys, we've got a FARMTRAC 360 DTC tractor. This tractor had a front bucket on it, and we received it in this condition. The bucket was just barely hanging on to it. This is the side, still got the control on it, but this is the frame there's a frame inside here and then the frame outside here. So we have this frame. The outside frame's been taken off, which we still have it, and this is the inside frame. And the problem is they'd had continuous problems with this tractor, I guess over a period of years or whatever. Bolts breaking off in here. So every one of these, so they eventually put case hard bolts in here, case hardened bolts with Lock-Tite them in, and I'm not sure what all they did, but these two bolts are just as hard as they can be, as hard as any bolts I've ever seen. And then all these bolts are broken off here. So it looks like we're going to have to get this frame off, which entails it's all the way up to the front, holding the battery box, holding the radiator. So eventually we're going to have to get that off. But just to see what we're getting into, we went ahead and drilled out this one. And these were all, somebody had started them incorrectly, got them drilled off to the side. There, all three of these were drilled off to the side. We worked this one back in and drilled at the top and kind of broke the bolt in half and chipped it out in pieces. And the threads are still there. A bolt will screw into it, but it's going to have to go to the next size over to get good threads in it, or a helicoil, either one. And so this one was the next one we worked on. It was off to the side just like this one. And so we actually drilled and tapped in and threaded a bolt into it, and to try to see if we could just spin it. We soaked it and everything else. It wouldn't spin, and it was a case hard bolt. It was a 5/16 coarse thread. So we broke that bolt off trying to turn it and put an impact on it, which was fine because we figured, well, if the bolt breaks off, then we'll have something we can get a center punch in and center punch it. So that's what we did. So we're still just a little off. You can see in the top of the let's see if we can see in the top of the hole, we've got a little wider than we've got in the middle. Now we've drilled that 5/16 out. We're up to a 5/16 shaft right there. That's 5/16. Now just for this job, I ordered this. We'll do a little review on this drill set. Como Ware off of Amazon. It's a, I don't know, 15-piece drill set or something. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's a 15-piece. And it's supposed to be Cobalt. Of course, it's Chinese Cobalt, which is 5%, and your better Cobalt is probably going to be 8% from what I understand. But the reason we wanted it, it graduates up in 64ths. So we drilled, and we got started out somewhere around 1/8 of an inch. And so we just went 1/64th at a time. And these bits did okay. They weren't as sharp and as cutting as I thought they'd be, but to me they're a step above titanium. I don't have a lot of respect for the titanium coated drill bits. High-speed steel and titanium is about the same to me. This got 5% Cobalt, and they work fine for this job. Try to get the 8% Cobalt if you can, but I needed all these sizes and was on a bit of a budget on this job, so that's what we're doing. So here we are. we want to cut the top of this out. It's down into the threads in the bottom, and the top's got maybe a 1/16 of an inch. So I've tried something I've never really tried before, but it just came to me. So I cut down a good metal cutting saw blade here. It goes in my SawZall. I don't know if the SawZall is going to actually be able to work in here, but you can do it by hand. Right there. I've kind of got it started by hand. If you're patient and want to stick with it, you could just put a little handle on that and cut the top out right there and get it down to where you could chip the top, the two pieces off. But just for the heck of it, I'm going to try to do it with the SawZall, and I'll put it on video here, first time trial, and just see. I really don't think it's going to work, but hey, you never know. Like I say, this is a 5/16 hole, and I cut that down smaller than 5/16. And of course, it's the bottom. It's going to hit bottom if I don't handle it just right. So let's just see. I'm just going to go slow. Let me see if I can get that all the way out. Feel it tap. Alright, feel it starting to tap. Just don't go past where it's tapped. You can hear it when it starts tapping. Alright, let's go. Alright, I'm going to stop right there. Take a look at it. Okay, YouTube, I'm probably going to run out of time on this video. I'm 7 minutes already. So let me finish this thing up on another video, because I have to show you shipping that out a little bit. Okay, YouTube, just an idea. You try it and follow up on part 2 and see how we get this thing out. All right, have a great day. Hope this helps somebody. Like and subscribe if you will.